Hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. How are you? Especially you, Butt Bunny. Butt Bunny requested I watch this. 12 cheapest countries to live in Europe, 2024. Which I think sounds super interesting, especially since I'm a cheapskate. I'd love to live somewhere where it's like, I don't know. Sometimes you hear about people saying they want to, save up a bunch of money and then retire to somewhere with a low cost of living. That sounds like a pretty smart plan. But yeah, I'm really curious. 12 cheapest countries to live in Europe.
Living costs have risen up exponentially throughout the globe in the last 5 years or so, and Europe's no exception to this sudden surge of inflation. Most of the countries in Europe faced a 30% increase in living expenses post-pandemic, and the current ongoing conflict
Isn't that crazy? And I don't think our wages went up 30%,
in the easternmost part of the
at
continent
least here in America.
has made a major shock to commodity markets and disrupted production and trade. So prices for goods and energy are expected to rise even more, especially in the western and northernmost countries
Well, what is with this bridge?
like Germany, France, Italy, the UK, and Ireland. But nonetheless, the purchasing
Wow, that's
power of its
beautiful.
inhabitants is on par, and most of the nations
That's
have
so cool. The Ferris wheel up here. What an awesome view you'd have.
opted for alternate ways to fulfill commodities. Furthermore, despite the increasing costs, there are still plenty of countries in Europe to
Look at
live
the water.
comfortably under a modest monthly
Damn.
budget. So in this
It's crystal clear.
video, we've ranked 12 of the best affordable countries to reside in Europe by accumulating
Oh, the video's by Scary Harry, by the way. Go check him out. Link down below.
their median living costs. And by best, we're only going to mention countries that offer a decent quality of life, good safety index, and a well-developed infrastructure.
There you go.
Additionally, we're also going to give a brief rundown of visa policies for digital nomads, expats, and retirees for each one of these countries.
It's important, because I'm sure it's cheap to live in North Korea, but you probably don't want to do that.
Number 12, Czechia.
Not that that's a European country.
Aptly known as the Czech Republic, this landlocked country is right in the heart
That has always confused me. Czechia, Czech Republic, the fact that people call it two different names just confuses me.
of Europe and is known for its rich history, picturesque landscapes, and historic cities. In recent years, it's revitalized its tourism sector, and the country receives around 15 to 25 million visitors each year.
The city looks massive.
Moving here has become immensely popular among young students, as the country's home to some of the most prestigious and affordable universities in Europe. Cost of living in this country has increased a lot. In fact, its inflation rate is at an all-time high, with prices of food, utilities, and accommodations surging up day by day. In early 2020, median cost of living in its capital city
You don't see, I see this a lot in Europe where you have these big courtyard type things in the middle of cities. It's very pretty.
of Prague was around 1,000
I
to
don't see that in America very much.
1,200 per month. But these days, one can easily spend over $2,000. However, this is still considered cheap when compared to many of its neighboring counterparts, and besides, the rest of the country is way more affordable. Additionally, Czechia is highly developed with great infrastructure, services, transport links, and safety index. When it comes to the visa policies, obviously EU nationals can live here without a visa, while non-EU nationals staying long-term need to acquire its residence permit, which can be easily granted to anyone earning a sustainable monthly income.
Okay.
Number 11, Slovenia.
Slovenia.
Another Central European country, Slovenia is one of the most culturally,
Damn. Beautiful.
linguistically, and geographically varied country in this part of Europe. It features the Julian Alps in the northwest, a portion of the Mediterranean coastline along the Adriatic Sea in the southwest,
Can I just be honest and say, I wouldn't have been able to tell you, I don't think I knew this country existed. That's embarrassing to say, but Slovenia.
and a mix of hills, plains, and forests in between. At large, it's generally considered to be a
Okay. It's kind of unassuming. It's kind of... Okay, it's right below Austria.
Very good country to live in and ranks high in various global rankings that assess
Beautiful.
quality of life, human development, happiness, and other factors. Plus, the cost of living is relatively low compared to its Western European neighbors like Italy and Austria. Although language can be a barrier, as the country's official language is Slovenian.
Wow, the architecture looks really nice, and it's all very clean.
But anyhow, its literacy rate is quite high, and most of the local population has no trouble in speaking English. In terms of education, there are excellent universities catering to those who want to excel their careers in the field of science and arts. To reside long-term,
It probably doesn't cost $50,000 a year like here in America.
non-EU nationals can opt for its one-year residence permit, which can be easily renewed annually. Number 10, Poland. This is by far the most economically developed country in Eastern Europe. It offers a high level of salaries, low housing prices, low taxes compared to other EU countries, and a lot of people are choosing Poland for permanent residence. Furthermore, it's a fairly large country, offering a wide range of places to choose from, with its cities like Warsaw, Krakow, and Gdansk being the main point of interest for expats and digital nomads. All of its cities are beautiful,
What is a digital nomad?
packed with rich history, great architecture, and wide employment opportunities. In winter seasons, most of them turn into real fairy tales full of incredible Christmas markets, lights, and family atmosphere.
Oh, they got Christmas markets in Poland too, huh? Not just Germany.
However, the cost of living in all its major cities is quite different. For example, in its capital, Warsaw, one can easily go over a monthly budget of $2,000. While in contrast, one can easily reside under
That's not that much.
$1,500 in other cities. So overall, its cost of living varies a lot, and it generally fluctuates depending upon the city. When it comes to the visa policies, it hands out different types of resident permits to non-EU nationals. The most appealing one out of all is the D visa, allowing applicants to stay continuously for up to 350 days.
You see these trolleys everywhere in Europe.
Number 9, Montenegro.
Okay, so now some of those roofs looked like they could... Oh, man. How old must some of these roofs be? Because these things are super sturdy, right? With the clay shingles. I hope they're clay. I keep saying that. I hope that's correct. But those last for a long time, so... For it to look like that, it's been through a lot.
Situated on the coast of the Adriatic Sea in the southwest part of the Balkans, Montenegro is celebrated for its natural beauty, historic sites, and the opportunity for outdoor adventure. Whether you're interested in exploring historic towns, lounging on beautiful beaches, or hiking through mountainous terrains, it's a place to embrace and enjoy life all year round. The country has a mild climate with 200...
How do I buy a house right here? I want this house. That is so awesome. Although with kids, maybe not. I wouldn't want little Joey jumping off the edge by mistake.
Embrace and enjoy life all year round. The country has a mild climate with 240 days annually, which attracts expats, retirees, and even investors from around the globe. In recent years, many Savoy investors have established businesses here due to the lenient tax breaks on offer. Plus, its real estate market is very buoyant, and many retirees have racked up beachfront properties here as well. This is mainly
It is beautiful.
because it serves as a great alternative to countries like France and Italy, as prices here are almost 50% lower in comparison. While its cost of living is also budget-friendly, a single person can easily reside in most of its prime areas like Budva, Kotor, and Bar for under $1,700 a month.
Total cost $1,700 a month. That's amazing. That's what is that? That's like $20,000 a year.
In addition, the primary requirements for getting a residency permit for Montenegro include showcasing a sustainable income, owning developed real estate, or establishing a business. Number 8, Portugal. Portugal is one of those gems that always comes to mind when thinking about moving or retiring to Europe. As a matter of fact, around 500,000 to 700,000
A lot of people do visit Portugal.
people have moved to Portugal in the last 10 years. be it for studying, retirement, or just to avail its golden visa. But in spite of this high influx of foreigners, its cost of living is still very low when compared to Western and Northern European countries.
I wonder why that is.
Although bear in mind, this does not apply to its main city of Lisbon and the coastal region of Algarve, as living expenses in both of these areas are at an all-time high. Nonetheless, it's a big country with a diverse range of places and municipalities to choose from. In summary, it's totally worth moving to with its high-quality standards in education and healthcare, outstanding safety index with a low crime rate, and a hunk of visa programs for retirees, digital nomads, and expats.
What more could you want? Good health coverage, good education, low crime, beautiful.
Number 7, Spain. Just like Portugal, Spain's one of the top picks for retirees, students, and expats moving to Europe. It offers a pleasant Mediterranean climate with abundant
Man, there's some rich people, huh? Living here, right on this hillside.
sunshine, beautiful beaches, and a
Man.
rich cultural heritage. The cost of living is very reasonable when compared to the likes of France and Italy. Plus, the country has a well-developed healthcare system which ensures a carefree retirement in the golden age. Moreover,
That's really that sounds amazing, you know, compared to here in America where after you retire, that's probably your main concern is just all the health expenses, especially as you're aging. God, what a horrible thing to have to deal with when you're retired.
it's known for its healthy and relaxed lifestyle in regards to the Mediterranean cuisines and a variety of leisure activities.
I mean, of course, we do have Medicare, but you still have to pay.
It's a place where one can truly enjoy a slower pace of life, explore historic cities, and savor the joys of Mediterranean living while still being part of the European Union. The most preferred areas to live cheap here are on the Costa Blanca and the Andalusia region,
Wow.
while the most expensive areas are in the region of Catalonia and the
Man, it's just like another world. Just looks incredible.
island of Majorca. Lastly, the country has many
Is the weather always this nice?
visa programs set for digital nomads, retirees, and expats.
I need to look up digital nomad. I'm sick of him saying it. I've heard it before too. People who travel freely while working remotely. Oh. That's pretty smart. So get a job in a, whatever country, maybe whatever country you're from or whatever, and then travel in low expense countries. Get the salary from a place where, it's really high standard of living, so they have to pay higher salaries.
Most famous out of all is the non-lucrative visa, which is granted to anyone with an annual income exceeding $30,000. Number 6, Estonia. Out of the 3 Baltic states, Estonia is the
Okay, I always pronounced it Estonia.
most economically and infrastructurally developed country. Its
Always talks about how it's so, easy to do your taxes and stuff in Estonia. It's all digital.
commitment to e-governance and digital advancements makes it a unique destination for those interested in technology and business. While
It is alluring to me. I like that it all is streamlined and digital.
its natural landscapes and historic sites offer a wide range of attractions. In the last few years, the presence of an international community has grown tremendously, and many digital nomads have even settled here permanently. To top it off, it's one of the
How many digital nomads are there?
first countries in the world to introduce a visa specifically for remote workers called the e-residency program. This program is granted to those with the ability to work independently from their location as a freelancer for clients mostly outside of Estonia. Apart from this program, the country has 6 other residence options for those looking to stay long-term. The most appealing place to stay here is in the capital city of Tallinn. It's one of the best preserved medieval cities in Europe with a blend of modern architecture. A single person can easily reside in this city for a monthly budget of $1,500. Number 5,
Wow.
Greece. Greece is known for its
You wouldn't even be able to find an apartment for that in most American cities.
stunning and diverse topography with hundreds of inhabited islands scattered in the Mediterranean Sea. The quality of life is high, and foreigners earning around $1,500 to $2,000 will be able to live a relatively lavish life in most of its prime areas. That said, there are also negatives to life in Greece
That's crazy. $1,500 to $2,000 gives you a lavish lifestyle.
that expats should be aware of before taking the plunge. For example, tourist scams are rampant in the country, and prices are hiked up in the main hotspots to take advantage of the seasonal visitors. So choosing a lesser-known islander city to live in will certainly yield cheaper prices for almost everything from accommodation to food.
That makes sense.
The best regions to live comfortably in Greece are Peloponnese, Epirus, and Thrace, while the best cost-effective island is Crete. What's more, it offers many pathways to reside permanently.
What happened with Greece? I know there was a major financial crisis in Greece a few years ago, and I don't know what came of it all.
The most availed program is its Financially Independent Person Permit. It grants a residence permit that's applicable to non-EU citizens, boasting an adequate resource at a level of a steady annual income amounting to $2,400 per month. Number 4, Croatia. Located at the crossroads of Southeast and Central Europe, Croatia is entirely on the eastern coast of the Adriatic Sea. Famous for its beachfront cities, including Dubrovnik, Split, and Zadar,
It's crazy how all these countries have these clay roofs. It's like just all across Europe almost. And so why in America do we use these asphalt roofs?
the country features several ancient architectural landmarks that give it a distinct cultural flavor. Apart from this, it also boasts 20 livable islands on its southern parts, such as Hvar and Brač, both of which are often ranked as some of the best for retirees preferring a more laid-back lifestyle.
And the roofs give it a very warm feeling, the color.
Moreover, the safety index of Croatia is one of the best in this part of Europe, and it offers all the modern-day services and amenities with accessible public transportation system at an overall affordable living cost. Digital nomads or retired expats looking to stay in Croatia permanently need to apply for one of Croatia's long-term visas. These visa permits are available for different lengths of time, but most of them are extendable. To qualify for one of these permits, the main applicant must have a bank deposit of at least $12,000.
Okay.
Number 3, Hungary. A landlocked country at the crossroads of Europe, Hungary is the perfect mix of Eastern and Western cultures. Blessed with diverse topography, the country boasts beautiful lush hills, sweeping plains, and green river valleys. Its capital, Budapest, known as the Pearl of the Danube, is one of the most populous cities in Europe. Boasting some truly gorgeous architecture and great gastronomy around every corner, it's an ideal setting for anyone seeking to thrive in a busy environment. However,
I love seeing that kind of architecture. Like more, it's a mix of modern and older architecture where it was really very beautiful. You don't see that here in America so much because we don't have that long a history.
every corner, it's an ideal setting for anyone seeking to thrive in a busy environment. However, its overall cost of living varies greatly throughout the country, with its capital being the most expensive. But as a whole, one can reside quite easily on a monthly budget of around $1,500.
Wow.
Residing for long-term in Hungary typically involves obtaining its D visa or the white card, which is mostly availed by digital nomads. It lasts for up to 1 year and can be extended for 1 additional year. To qualify, the applicant must showcase a monthly income of around $2,000 with a bank statement of the last 6 months. Number 2, Albania. Wedged within the Ionian and Adriatic
It's definitely another country that I don't know much about.
coastlines, Albania is a developing country with a growing economy and tourism industry. Although it is not necessarily a very appealing hotspot, but those who have moved to Albania speak positively of the gorgeous beaches, sunny weather, and most importantly, its low cost of living. A single person can easily reside in any of its major cities under a monthly budget of $1,000. The country also features beautiful azure waters,
And you get this beach?
pristine beaches, a pleasant year-round weather, and lots of
I
activities
wonder why there's not as much buildings and architecture built up here by the coast.
that keep one hooked throughout
Usually that would be the most expensive, land.
the day. Additionally, its visa policies are very lax when compared to most of the countries listed in this video. The only main requirement for its program is proof of having sufficient funds to live comfortably and confirmation of a health insurance. Number 1, Bulgaria.
Bulgaria, okay.
As one of the most affordable countries in the European Union with the lowest income on the block, Bulgaria encompasses 230 miles of picturesque Black Sea coastline and breathtaking mountain ranges. The median cost of living in Bulgaria is pretty low overall, be it in the countryside, by the seaside, and even in the capital city, Sofia. In addition, it's a fairly developed country with all the modern-day services and amenities at arm's length. The government of the country has...
I've seen a lot of these buildings that are like tilted. It's crazy in these clips. Like, whoa, what's the engineering behind that?
All the modern-day services and amenities at arm's length. The government of the country has also introduced different tax reliefs to attract foreign investors. As a matter of fact, foreigners can even establish a company here to obtain permanent residency status. So living long-term, be it for expats, retirees, or digital nomads, is straightforward and easy.
Digital nomads.
All in all, it's the best, cheapest country to live in Europe.
Wow, there you go. That was cool. Might have to look into that for the retirement plan. Those places are all beautiful. A lot of similar kind of vibes through a lot of them. And it was all beautiful. Thank you for watching. And shout out to Scary Harry. Go check out his channel. Link down below. It's a great video. I'll see you guys tomorrow.